our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Hello, welcome back to Odds, week 45. What a great week it was last week. This was the first time in 3 months that we are positive in both sport and in racing. So January 25 was the last time. It was only fractional. It was like $2 up in sport. Now it was a big payday, thanks to Tex, thanks to Fogarty, thanks to Jeremy Cameron turning it on in the second half. Rankin got in there with one. He was a bit iffy with that injury that he was sort of carrying in and whether he would or would not play. He got the goal and $75 back. So we reached all over that minus 45 of dollars down and now $10 up. So overall, we're up 8% across sport and racing. It was about 6.97. Now it's like 8.09. And the share market's down 1% overall. So we are well ahead of the ASX for now until they have some strong 2025 gains. Just recapping last week quickly. On the racing front, there was really nothing to write home about. There was some place money on Typhoon Harmony. There was a Quinella in the Savvy Halley race, tempted for the win. Just a few dollars here and there for placing. So I was quite happy to scrub back like $32 out of the 50 just on a day where there really wasn't a lot going on for me. And those days happen to everyone where you're just not in the zone or in the groove. The week before I was, but didn't make enough out of it. And so then these are the hard times that followed. But anyway, it was all about sport. So yeah, overall things are on track. Easter weekend, Mornington races, the Guineas, the Mornington Cup, Sydney's still good, Champagne Stakes, all age stakes, a few Group 3s in there as well. So pretty standard. I'm just going to be using a lot of the bonus bet backs, Eagle Farm as well. Also throwing in the Dongara Cup in WA. Place I've never heard of. Cup's the race 6 on a 7-race program, and using a bonus bet back on Sportsbet on it. And the favourite is coming in with form of 5th, 9th, 9th, 12th. So we'll have a brief little look at that at the end. Quite interesting. But we'll start with the main action. Randwick, skipping the first 2 races. They're big fields. I do like the midways, but today just going to not take on the risk and just move along to the smaller fields, the horses that are more known. So Randwick race 3, Frank Packer Plate. Swift Falcon is going up 400 metres, and Firm Agreement, the second favourite's coming down 400 metres. Swift Falcon hit the line really well last time, just tried to make up probably too much ground, and that was the feeling I had last week, that Evaporate being a quality horse just would be in a better position, and it would be tough for Swift Falcon to reel it in, and it sort of just, I think through luck, eventuated that way. But yeah, Evaporate, classy horse. Swift Falcon here. It's the best horse in the race, I would easily say, but the best horse in the race doesn't always win. So Firm Agreement was pretty good last time behind Aliana. It didn't really hit the line clearly for second, like Swift Falcon was really eating up the ground, but it might just be more that it was a 2,500 metre race. Plymouth should get an easy lead here. That's what I like. I'm going to do a 2 horses in this race, so Swift Falcon for the win. Then also Plymouth, I feel like it goes to the lead, it gets an easy lead. And apart from that, often in these staying races, it seems like you get the first 5 horses who've got really good form, they've competed against each other. And then the bottom 5 to 8 horses are sort of out of maidens, they're coming from regional areas, they're sort of just into the field, but they're not really in the game. So I don't know, something at 80 to 1 could bob up for a place. Sigiriya Rock's a better horse than what the form suggests. So it's ready to improve up to 2,000. So I'll include that in first 4s and trifectas. But really, yeah, I wanted to be on Swift Falcon Plymouth. I'll sort of have a wait and hold on Firm Agreement, see what happens there. And then, yeah, I'll throw Sigiriya Rock into things. Thinking of a first 4 with Swift Falcon and Plymouth, one of them to win. And then for second, the same plus Sigiriya. I think if Firm Agreement comes in there, it's not going to pay enough. So yeah, 1 and 3 at 6 for second. Then we'll throw in Firm Agreement into that mix for third, and then field, something along those lines. It'd be great if like Tenbury Wells ran second to pump up the dips, but I will just stick with that. Race 4, the James HB Carr Stakes, Group 3, 1,400 metres. few horses here that I have followed and like and are attached to sentimentally and on form as well. Zaytung, I thought it was a bit of a plain run last time, but looking at the replay, it made up a lot of ground. It was then again like too far back, unfavourable position. Lilac was the opposite. It was up on pace, was leading. It got run down. I feel like its luck will turn eventually. It's been up on pace a lot, been running a lot of placings. Maybe today is the day where it just gets a decent lead and manages to hold on. Snow and May's a good horse, Clean Energy for the same. I think it's pretty open. There's a few down the bottom, like Churchill's Choice, Alabama Fox, just good form out of the country and probably underrated here. Like Alabama Fox won pretty easily last time. I know the grade was a lot lower, but it was a 64 at Hawkesbury. But yeah, it won really well, paying 26. So Medela, same deal. Titanium Miss and Dame Commander should inject the pace into the race. More Territories always goes back. I'm just going to do Lilac. I think it's more due. Zaytung's still good value at 6. And then I'll do bonus bets on Alabama Fox at the 26, just in case there's a bit of a blowout. I feel like it's a race where it could be. I know Zaytung's only 2 runs into its prep, but maybe it's a little bit vulnerable. But yeah, just something Alabama Fox. Now that I've said that, I'm sure Zaytung will win, and that will be how it goes. But anyway, we'll stick with Lilac. Race 5. So this is the Jeweller's Handicap. I'll skip this. It's a bit of a bigger field, not really sure. The favourite's at 550, needs some luck, it's pretty open. We'll wait for better opportunities. Race 6, JR8 Plate. This one's interesting. In Cap, I didn't think it was up to it last time in the Doncaster. I'd followed this previously. It was a really good third, a slashing third. It will still be difficult to go back in any race, in any group race and run on and win. So the 420 might be a bit of a different deal as favourite. Bois d'Argent, it's not a horse that I particularly like, but this is a very winnable race. It's going to go forward. It gets the soft track that it wants. They're all pluses. Klondike, the Irish horse. It's been running in Group 3 listed sort of company. Barrier 11 here. It's 550. I thought it's a little bit short. Would rather see. Palmetto at 11 was really strong behind Shea Wolf, holding on to run 5th, only by a length and a half last time. It's probably in really, really good form. I didn't think that a win over Methuselah sort of meant that much, but it seems like it's really rock hard fit. So barrier 4 with McAvoy on board, that's got to go in all the Quinellas and trifectas. Below that, He's a Shocker, Naval College, Molly Bloom. They're all sort of run-of-the-mill. I shouldn't say that, but in terms of races like this, they're sort of your typical Group 3 performers, and they're around the mark running 5th. So hard to put them ahead of Bois d'Argent and Cap. I'll do a Quinella for 2, 3, and 5. Hopefully Palmetto runs top 2 and we can get a bit of value. Each way Bois d'Argent, each way and Cap. And then, Quinella 2, 3, 5. And the rest, just watch. Race 7, getting into Group 1, Champagne Stakes. Nepotism was really good last time. It did have a pretty good run, and then once it got clear in the straight, it bounded ahead. State Visit from barrier 12 here goes back, which actually should suit it. Within the Law was good last time after its misdemeanor in the Golden Slipper. Bella Zane was pretty even. Spicy Lou, up in grade last time from Class 1 to listed, held on really well, led the whole way and kicked clear. It was sort of eased out at the end with Tupacara chasing. So I'm just going to have another order of that. Spicy Lou straight to the front, Rachel King on board. I think it might hold on again. So that's paying 10 each way on Spicy Lou. And then maybe Quinella around 1, 2, and 9. Within the Law, Bella Zane, they should be around the mark. But Nepotism was good. That can go into Quinellas. Same deal for State Visit. And that's a bit of a watch on Lady Pankhurst, Next Gen, Tupacara, see how they go for next time. Race 8, the All-Aged. This is a really hot race, lots of different form lines. Antino resuming, good first up record. Briasa was a lot better than I expected last time. I was the last horse I would have been on, but it won really well. Did have a pretty good run on the speed, but might just get that again with barrier 4. Desert Lightning, the New Zealander. Jimmy Star, maybe I'm keener over a shorter trip than 1400. Sunshine in Paris is one I want to note out. Really, I like this horse. I like the win in the Spring Carnival last time, and I feel like 2 runs in, just the value was really high at $18 in a race like this. Magic Time, same deal. I think $12. It was 12 on Sportsbet earlier. Really good value for a horse that won the race last year. In saying that, the whole thing, it's tough. Just so many good form lines. Grail Seeker from New Zealand, broadsiding. Benedetta, sort of hitting form. Jolly Star. I mean, after its dominant win 2 starts ago, it's pretty crazy. That's $8 now. So I'm just going to keep it really simple and go each way Sunshine in Paris, each way Magic Time, and then a Quinella for 1 Antino, 7 Sunshine in Paris, 9 Magic Time, 12 Benedetta, 13 Grail Seeker. I like those bottom 2 to inject some value, but yeah, form lines all over the place. See how you go, but yeah, 7 and 9 for me. And then races 9 and 10, I will leave. I just feel like there's no bonus bets back, so they're tougher races and they're a bit of a stay away. Mornington. Now, Mornington, as a rule, smaller fields tends to favour on paces for me, and I like those horses around the $4 to $5 mark. So not a favourite, maybe like a second favourite. I've sort of seen a lot of those win, and it's just a pattern that I like to follow. So race 1's going to go before I can get this podcast up, so I'll skip. Race 2, I'll just go with Matawai, on pace, decent form, 4th run in this prep. I'll do a Quinella incorporating a few outsiders. So 1 very surreal, 2 Matawai, 3 Fearless Rider, 4, 9 Dane on Tour, 1, 2, 3, 9. I feel like Dane on Tour often runs a placing. So that is a Quinella. Race 3, Vidad is the strong favourite at $2.30. We know that it's a prolific second place getter, rarely wins, but here I'm just going to go for it. Favourite in a race like this seems pretty decent. It's one at Flemington, being up on the pace, so that will suit. Zweig, European form, French form, should lead. It seemed to lead in some of the replays that I watched, but $11 here, so maybe they're not as confident on it and just wanted to get one run under its belt. Pretty weak race. Fiasco Test is the second favourite at $4.20, equal with Euphoric. I'll just do Verdad. Don't really know. Too tough. Race 4, the same deal. Immediacy's the favourite. I can't really make a case for why it'll win by a lot, so I'll just skip that entirely. Race 5. This one, I do like something. Chrisanova, I used to follow this in Perth. I feel like it's a decent sprinter. It's come over here. It's had 2 recent trial wins, both at Mornington, which is bodes well. Should go forward. And from barrier 2, paying $10. So that's great for me. Chinqui's the favourite. I'm not necessarily, I mean, that's also won a trial, but on the 320, I feel like is a little bit short. And then Simple Times, number 3, I feel like is a decent horse. 1 start, 1 win at Mornington. And will be around the mark in Quinella. So Chrisanova each way, and then a Quinella for 1, Gracie's Reign, 3 Simple Times, 7 Chrisanova. We'll leave out the favourite Chinqui. Race 6, I just want to go for an on-pace horse again. So number 3, Bridal Waltz. Race 7's the Guineas. We're getting into the better races here. So Stylish Secret's got some, runs behind Evaporate, behind Aliana. Before it was obviously a massive top liner, but still, I feel like it's going to go back. It'll be tough for it to run on, but the $26 is appealing, so I'll have something. And Fear No Evil was really tough winning its race last time at Pakenham. It was under pressure, but it just kept on kicking, kept on holding. So I feel like it can do the same quite easily here on the pace. So each way on Fear No Evil, number 7. Each way number 1, Stylish Secret. Then I'll do a Quinella for 1, Stylish Secret, 4 Peru. I just feel like that's a horse that could bob up in something like this. The form doesn't really suggest anything, but the 60 to 1 I just find a bit appealing. 1, 4, 6, Express Guard, 7, Fear No Evil, and 9, Mary Eliza. Mary Eliza's 3 starts, 3 placings, looks like a talented horse. Express Guard, same deal, but maybe won't be as quick to win races like this. But yeah, do a Quinella for that. Race 8's the Mornington Cup. This one, I've looked at the form. There's a lot of leaders, which is unusual. Normally there's a lack of leaders and there's a lot of back markers, but Just Fine, Quay Tempesta, Smoking Romance, Banker's Choice, all going to go forward. Really tough race. I've got no idea. I'm just going to skip. But Berkshire Breeze looks like it's sort of progressing to a win, but I wouldn't want to have anything on this race whatsoever. So total skip. And then race 9 and race 10, the Hariba. again, too tough. I can't see anything that really stands out, so I will leave those. And then there's bonus bets back at Eagle Farm. So we'll skip races 1, skip race 2, race 3 as well. There was nothing there that I could see. Race 4, Mr. Bianco. That's one of the second favourites at 550. Just go each way on that. Race 5, Depth of Character, gets back to Queensland. Wants a winnable race. Gets it here against some decent horses, but I'll trust that it will run well. So each way, Depth of Character. And then race 6. Race 6 I will leave. That was a skip. And race 7. Race 7. I feel like one of my horses was scratched, but no, this must have been another one that I just skipped out on. And then race 8. Oh, that's the listed Ascot handicap. There was one in there where it was Princess Pele. Must have been race 6. Yes, late scratching. That's why it couldn't be found. So I'll skip that. That will just be money back. There's also the listed Daybreak Lovers Stakes at Eagle Farm where Pisces is running. We've been sort of watching that lately. The favourites give me space. Decent race, but yeah, not too much going on at Eagle Farm. So we'll leave that. And then we'll go to Dongara in WA. So this is particularly interesting. The favourite has got a form of 5th, 9th over 10th. 6 wins out of 40 starts. So around a 16, 20% win rate. That's a 370. Kentucky Blue should lead. Generally in this country, Cups off on leaders are quite palatable. So that's enticing. Only 4 wins out of 40 starts. So around about 1 in 10 it'll win. There was a horse here, Arnie's Boy, having its 98th race start, 7 wins. So yeah, this is what we're sort of dealing with. 98th race start in the Dongara Cup. I'm just going to go with number 1, Striking Fella. It's had 21 starts, 3 wins, 3 placings, so wins 1 in 7. It's been up and about lately, 5th, 1st, 2nd. It gets a 2 kilo claim for the jockey A Catarino, and I'll use a bonus bet back token from Sportsbet. It's paying $3.80. So that does the whole 50 on racing. And then on footy, I'm glad to have avoided the last 2 nights of games. I don't think I would have been successful today. I want a dry deck. I want a clean game to do a bet on for goals and disposals. Melbourne Freo fits the bill. So Tracy is in great form, 2 goals plus. Shy Bolton, I think, returning to the MCG should be a bit of a good bet for 2 goals. It's paying at $1.90. I feel like you could get that especially if Freo make it into a rout. And then Sarong, over 25 disposals. So together for those 3, it's 260. 20 on that will get back 52. So that's everything. So Easter weekend, stall gift will be on Monday for those watching that. But yeah, best of luck and have a great weekend.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in fun every inch of the way. He's out like 2.